problem and it needs to be fixed, but I'm too old. So he kind of kicks it to the next generation. He does say very eloquently at various times that this is an evil thing that has to be addressed. But when he has an opportunity to invest his political capital in it, he doesn't. And that's just an unfortunate fact.
So this question is related to the letters themselves. And you're editing a book called Retirement Letters, and I'm wondering, are those letters here, or are all of the letters stored in the Library of Congress by virtue of him being a past president? I just wanted to understand sort of what this library holds in terms of letters versus what's in the Library of Congress.
Okay, good question. And the answer is no in both cases. We do not work from original documents, which makes me happy every day, not having to worry about taking care of them. We've worked originally with photostats and now where we can with better scans. But we work from reproductions, best we can get. And when we can't do well enough out of the reproductions, we send staff when we can to the major repository. The Library of Congress is the largest collection, but it is only, even so, less than half of the corpus. They own the largest collection of his public papers. The largest collection of his private papers is probably the one of the Massachusetts Historical Society, which is the second biggest, but they're scattered all over the world. Our eventual ambition for the library here is that when our friends in Princeton who are doing the period up to 1809 finish their work, we'll get their files down here and then assemble in one place an archive with every single document, but that every single document means photocopies. Monticello owns a few Jefferson documents, but they are almost all on long-term loan to the University of Virginia, which is the third biggest collection. And that really makes sense because that way they are with a larger grouping and more accessible to scholars who need to see the originals. Our goal is to do our work so well that you don't need to look at the originals very often. And part of that is that we transcribe as literally as makes sense to us. So we preserve the original spelling, the original capitalization, and the original punctuation so that there's very seldom going to be a need to go look at the original if we do our job right. Those are all great questions. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jeff, for your always